Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards here. This is Ermanni and Edwards, The Bottom Line. Woodward Sports Network. We certainly thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Great numbers this week, and we hope to keep it going. Yep. With this guy, Devin Gardner's in the house. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Hey, bud.
Yes, I am here. I'm well. I just ate some great food.
I saw you over there eating, man. I was a little jealous.
I want to make sure it's not stuff all over my face. Because if it is, forgive me because, it's outstanding.
This is a great place to work. I think for the first 2.5 months consistently.
Every day.
We ate every day at Birmingham roast.
Yeah, I had the salad.
Wait, you stopped?
Well,
I know it. I know you guys are real bougie. You're getting your views up, everything. I get it. You eating out. You're doing all the. Okay,
to get a little bit of a variety.
That's not me. I'm eating every single day.
But you got to, you got to take your time with it though, because you eat it every day, it starts to taste the same. So you got to, pull back, and that way when you eat it,
they have options.
I think I've eaten everything on that menu as well. By the way,
exactly. Shoot, 5 days a week, 3 months, it adds up. It adds up. The redundancy.
Devin, talk to me about this Michigan team, man. So many people believed in this team. Just something was different about it. We felt, at least we did. Yeah. Where are you on this? What did you see on Saturday, and how do you project them moving forward?
Well, as you know, I'm an analyst, right? And so when a good analyst first guesses things, right? He doesn't wait to see it happen and then, they shouldn't have done that, or that was a good call. Well, yeah, we saw it was a good call. It worked, right? And so I first guessed this. I made a bold prediction. I think it was October 25th. I actually just posted on my Twitter. We do a game with a show I do, and it's called Bold Predictions. I predicted not only will they beat Ohio State, these are my exact words, not only will they beat Ohio State, I'm not even going to say that. That's not a bold prediction because that's a given. They're going to beat Ohio State, and then they're going to win the Big Ten championship and win their go the first time to the playoffs. So that's something that I said a while ago, and now it's coming to fruition. Obviously, one more game to go with Iowa. Who's a tough team. I had them this year against Illinois, and even though Illinois is an improved team, Iowa kind of handled that game pretty good, and they're well coached. Coach Ferentz is one of the best coaches in the Big Ten. That's why he's been there forever. This is one of the years where they got a lot of older guys where they on defense, but on offense, their offensive line is relatively young, so it's taking them a while to get going. But they've gotten going now. They're running the game going. But that Michigan team's good, man. They can do anything that you want on the field. Now, obviously, we would love the quarterback to be able to take more shots downfield, but that's just not who they are, right? They built an identity around running the football and knowing they're going to run the football and still running the football down your throat. Ask Ohio State about that. They know just a little bit about it. So I'm excited about them. I'm excited about all the different tight ends and the running backs that have emerged and on defense, right? So you play Ohio State and they got all those talented receivers, and I mean I haven't seen a group. I don't know about you, brother. I haven't seen a group that deep and that talented, and they are who we thought they were. Like some of the catches that they made in the game, it's like, wait a minute. How? Why? And I'm getting ready to do my game, right? And I'm watching, obviously I have it on the side. There's no way I'm calling the game and the game's on and I'm not going to have my game, right? The game's on and I'm trying to get ready for my game, but I can't really, you know what I mean? It's kind of
absolutely.
And I'm looking like, how? How are you doing that? How are you making these catches, right? So they did what they should have done, but Michigan, even with that, was able to do so much good and obviously dominate the game. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be a Wolverine. And all the credit goes to those kids in the arena, man. They did what they were supposed to do, and they continue to do it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. And we actually talked about that. I haven't seen a group like this in the Big Ten probably since Jason, Steve, myself, and I think they were better than we were. I think that they're all complete receivers. They're all first-round draft picks. But I want you to talk about Cade McNamara because throughout the whole season, people have discredited Cade McNamara. They've called for J.J. McCarthy. They've wanted him to be the guy. They wanted to sit Cade McNamara on the bench. Lackluster. Don't like him. He's boring. He can't get
one of those guys at the start of the year.
Can't get the ball down the field. He had to put up with that all season long, but he still was able to manage the game. He still was able to win. He still was able to make the plays. Talk about Cade McNamara.
I mean, I'm not big into patting people on the back for doing what they're supposed to do, but he's done a good job. But when you sign to play quarterback at Michigan, that's what it's going to come with. It doesn't matter how good you play, and he wasn't playing great, right? Like I break down the film every single week, and he wasn't playing great. He was missing a lot of reads. He was missing a lot of throws. There were throws that he just couldn't get to because of his limitations, and those are all facts. Those aren't things that were made up, right?
Right. Yeah,
and
100%.
So he had to deal with that though, and I applaud him a great deal. I think the infusion of J.J. McCarthy ramped his game up.
Yeah.
Because J.J.
Great
McCarthy.
point.
Nobody wants to get benched.
I don't know about seeing a guy who comes off cold every single time and makes great plays.
Yeah.
Right? You come in and, like, I remember I used to come in and deuce package with Denard, you know.
Exactly.
But I got Denard in the game, so people worry about him, and I kind of get off, do some things.
Yeah.
He's coming in, the other quarterback's going out, and he's making plays. Like, think about the Ohio State game, for example. He comes in, they do the little fake outside zone where he puts the ball in his arm, and he comes out of it in the snow and throws a 31-yard
Dime.
Dude.
And it was amazing. And people don't realize they weren't in cover two. They were in one high.
one
Because
high,
he ran, the corner came up, and then he had to hurry up and try to retreat, and the safety had gotten over the top. That was a whole shot that was created, and he still got it in there.
Might have been the best throw all season.
Unbelievable.
100%.
Right, and so
100%.
when a kid like that can do things like that, and you have to get him in the game. And I think that he's really given our offense another dimension. But K. McNamara is still very, very good at what he's doing, right, in that running game.
So let me ask you this. Let me run this back by you based off what you said. So next season, both these guys have eligibility. JJ has 3, K has 2. Next season, is there a quarterback controversy? Are they playing for the start next season? Or is K going to be the ultimate starter because of what he's done this season? You tell me.
There has to be a competition.
Yeah.
There's no way you can go into the next season after watching what JJ was able to do, watching his talent, watch him, and he had the one two mistakes. One that we didn't pay for, and then another big mistake. But that second mistake wasn't him. It was a run play called, and he never tried to keep the ball.
Exactly.
Right? And so, no matter what happened, it wasn't on him. You know what I mean? And so when you go into next year, I just want to take you back to Clemson, right? Clemson, I forgot what year it was. They had Bryant as the quarterback, and they went to the college football playoff.
2018.
Right? Yep. And then the next year, they bring in Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
After the college football playoff, right? And so
2 games got him out of there.
The goal, right, for the University of Michigan and all the fans is to have the best possible player to make sure that your program can be the best. That's it, period. And so I think that you don't give it to JJ without question. That's not an option. But there has to be a competition throughout the year, just like Clemson did, and they were much, much better for it. And I was against it back then. I was like, how could you do that?
It's like disloyal. It's like disloyal, right?
And it's just like, wait a minute though. Right? They're so much more explosive. Yeah. They have so much more variety. And now they're going to win the national championship, right? And so I think that,
and if you're Kate McNamara, you got to understand.
You got to invite it, too.
You got to understand that. You came to school to be the best. You wanted to be the starter, Ryan. You wanted to come here. You wanted to start in Michigan. That means you have to be the best to start. So if you're not the best, if you get beat out by somebody that's better than you, then you got to sit back and you got to accept it.
Yeah, it's
there is the transfer portal.
Yeah, it's very tough, and but that's what sport is, right? And it seems like we kind of get lost and we lose that of like, man, things are owed to people, and what you did. I guess some of what you've done matters, right? And I don't know if you guys know, I'm big on the what
Harbaugh said, meritocracy.
Yeah, like the Matthew Stafford thing. It's like, we owe him this, and what have you done for me lately, man? What have you done? What have you done? You haven't been able to be successful, and now you're the same quarterback that the Rams had a year ago, even though he's in Detroit now. You have the same record. You're 7-91 versus teams with a winning record. You came into a situation similar to every other first overall pick, and you weren't able to produce. Nothing against you, very talented, but we cannot continue to owe people things, and that goes across all of sport, not just in Detroit or at the University of Michigan or Michigan State or wherever. You can't continue to owe people things. It's just unfair because you got young people coming up, right? They're coming up with great enthusiasm and they're talented. They work on their games, and you owe this other guy something, and now the team suffers.
Devin Gardner, everybody. My goodness, so great to have you, my man. We are really excited. We've got Saturday and then hopefully a sure path to the college football playoff where, if you ask me, I seriously believe Michigan has got to be the favorite to win this thing.
Yeah.
See, everybody's talking about Georgia. Georgia hadn't played a team that has fewer than 4 losses all year. Let's see what they do against Alabama. Let's just see.